Big Gold Podcast, your weekly episodic listening experience where we cover WCW Monday Nitro in its entirety.
That's right, folks. We cover everything from Stevie Ray suing his brother to Buff Bagwell's mother.
Right you are, and we will be your guides through this wrestling odyssey. The voices of tomorrow, the Midwest mouthpieces, Mr. Peace, everyone, and I am Mike Ogden wishing all of you an enjoyable Monday morning.
All right, let's get to it and ring the bell. All right, it is the October 16th, 1995 edition of Raw.
Raw.
Oh, wow, Nitro, Jesus Christ, kill me already. The condo is extra sweaty today. I apologize.
It is
It is
outlandish.
the October 16th, 1995 episode of Nitro.
That it is.
Yes, where are we from?
Actually, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think they said, to be quite honest with you.
I always try and make it a point to look it up.
Yeah.
But I didn't this time. You would think they'd be, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Well, and usually they put it in a little graphic in the upper left-hand corner, and that's where I take the note from, but I don't have a note either. So
when you're not in the Mile High City, I guess you just don't.
It doesn't matter at that point.
They're probably somewhere in the South. They were probably trying to hide it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in a high school gymnasium just outside Myrtle Beach.
Oh my God. We're in Florence Middle School down here, and the big boys are about to play. I want to apologize off the rip because my brain's getting older. I'm stupid, so I want to give you, I have a Preble County public education.
A joke that nobody else gets.
Yeah, which if you know what that means, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said that last week that Lex Luger at some point was in the York Foundation, and that was a brain fart. I don't know why. I was actually thinking back to when after the Great American Bash 1991, when Lex Luger on the orders of Harley Race pile drove Barry Windham in the steel cage, and aligned himself with Harley Race and Mr. Hughes, and Mr. Hughes had just defected from the York Foundation. So, to be clear, Lex Luger was never in the York Foundation. I was wrong. I apologize.
Fantastic. I'm glad we got that out of the way straight off the top, because otherwise, how would we have known?
Yeah, I was just eating away. But you guys don't understand. When I mess up something on an episode, I have a whole week just to feel dumb.
When I mess up anything on an episode, I don't know. I don't fucking think about it.
You're just living oblivious.
Oh, man,
You're living
nonstop.
in the moment.
When I edit these episodes, I barely listen to them. I go straight for the markers and I just find the gap and fix it.
Yeah. You're just like, well, they're talking.
Yeah. Who the fuck are these idiots?
Jesus
I don't remember being there.
So, Mongo's dog is dressed as a Martian.
Yeah, there was more.
I'm still waiting for his public apology on this podcast as well. Mongo McMichael would like to come and apologize for his crimes against humanity. This is an open forum for him. Anytime, Mr. McMichael.
We have so many politicians getting in trouble these days, but quite frankly, I want the true redemption we deserve.
Yeah.
I want Mongo McMichael to come out here and apologize.
Yes.
Yes.
The Heartbreak Kid. Mongo Steve McMichael.
He breaks my heart every single fucking week, but you've always got Brain there to talk about dog and tarantula jokes. And
Yep. So Mongo calls his dog Captain Love Dog and said he's coming from the planet Dogtron to see some out of this world action tonight. I could not load my revolver fast enough.
Did he? Do you think?
I know why Elvis fucking just kapowed that TV back in the day.
Oh yeah.
So I felt the same fucking way.
Do you think that he wrote that down, or do you think that came off the top of his dome?
I think that he goes over these things heavily. I think he's just like, well, Captain Dogtron, well, shit, that's funny right there. I'll slap my knee 3 times, son bitch.
They can't all be zingers, but that's one. I sure got him this week. If I wasn't over before, I fucking am now.
Oh
I don't know why we're making him sound like that.
That's what he sounds like.
I don't know about that.
Okay. So they're going back. So they're talking about Sting on WCW Pro. Ric Flair pleaded to Sting, please let me tag with you. They're talking about how Ric Flair and Sting haven't been partners since 1990?
Yeah, 1990.
1990?
As opposed to 1890?
Yeah. Ric Flair is that old. There's got to be like just pioneer illustrations of Ric Flair putting somebody in a figure 4. Woo!
Oh, definitely.
For just a sack of grain and a 15-year-old bride. 2 mules. But on WCW Pro, Sting agreed and said he will leave Flair for dead if he betrays him. I feel like at times this whole thing, Sting is just walking across an intersection and there's a bus coming at him and he's wearing AirPods and he can't hear me scream to save him. Why would you, like, I understand it's wrestling. The faces are a bit, they're shown to be dumb, but God, just trusting Ric Flair has just never turned out good for anybody.
No, it never
Name
has.
one person.
No, you can't. You can't name a single solitary person.
No.
Ric Flair can't even trust himself. Fucking can't.
Oh, so your man's here.
Yes, I was stoked.
DDP. And my man is here. Johnny B. Bad. Self high five.
This was one of my favorite moments of the entire night, not just because DDP was out there with his diamond doll. I thought that was fantastic. But just the turn of events here, that crowd was not into DDP.
Johnny B. Bad is over.
Unbelievably
Bischoff was
over.
going on. He said, sorry, Johnny B. Bad. I am just so hyped on Johnny B. Bad right now. Johnny B. Bad has the crowd lit, and it is fucking true.
Oh my God, no, they're fucking jumping up and down. They had to be somewhere southern.
These people would slay their firstborn son for Johnny B. Bad.
It was out of control.
That is one of the fucking 12 plagues, one of the plagues upon Egypt is Johnny B. Bad. He is there. So they go back and show, I think it might have been WCW Saturday night or even Pro. And they're talking about Johnny B. Bad's trying to find out who slashed his tires or let the air out of his tires, and DDP let it slip that was him. And Johnny B. Bad just cold cocks his motherfucker down. Yeah. They are putting him over.
They love it, dude.
He never... What's funny is I watched this, and then afterwards, I still had the network up. I went and watched some WWF show from 1997 where he's being the wild man Mark Miro. It is a complete 180. The crowd is dead.
Dead as a doornail.
Oh my God. It is a fart in the banana pudding at grandma's funeral.
Yeah, buddy.
It is.
It's bad. No, it's.
But here, he's kicking ass. So it's
like when you eat a pie at Thanksgiving, you find out it's sugar-free, and the entire room has had it, and now everybody's trying to go to the one bathroom that's in that shitty house.
Yeah.
It's that.
Crickets.
It's just garbage.
Johnny B. Bad is coming out. He's throwing fucking frisbees in the crowd. Johnny B. Bad is over. I cannot say it enough times. My God, he's definitely not under. No. He is the opposite of under.
He is wildly over, and DDP is getting the boos he deserves at the time for being the TV title heel. He's playing it off great, and then before the match can even start, he just cold cocks Johnny B. Bad right in the back of the head with the title. They don't even, the match isn't even started yet. The ref's just sitting there like, yo, what the fuck? He lays himself on, back first on, for the pin. The ref's not counting, so he counts it out himself. He's got 1, 2, 3, pulls out the fucking, the confetti gun and just shoots it off. There's confetti flying everywhere.
That was awesome.
It's fucking brilliant.
See?
People are fucking mad. Not only did he cold cock the well over
one
baby
of the
face,
most over people, I would probably say the only person getting a reaction like that is probably Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, and Johnny B. Bad are probably the most cheered on, like the most.
Sting too. I would give it to Sting.
Sting too. Sorry, Sting. Yeah. I would say Johnny B. Bad is a very close fourth.
He's easily
just lighten the place up.
Yep. And for him to just get cold cocked and a confetti gun just to seal the deal, they are fucking livid. They're so mad at Diamond Dallas Page now.
When they talk about anything can happen, it should be more stuff like this. It should have been more stuff like this. This was a great surprise because now you get to save it until they're going to have a match at Halloween Havoc. It was great. It furthered the angle. It wasn't like the Disco Inferno thing where it was a wasted match. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like no matter how good Johnny B. Bad is, no matter how good DDP is, this is still the right way to go about this.
Yeah.
It put over DDP as an asshole right after the crowd is eating up Johnny B. Bad.
Which it proves that Johnny B. Bad should be in the TV title contention. The crowd is so into him.
They were eating him up. Like I eat fucking chickpeas and pepperoncinis on a salad.
Yeah.
And then just to see him just get knocked loopy and then pinned. Page comes off, and even the Diamond Doll is just in shock at how big of a cocksucker DDP is being right now.
She's known him all of 10 minutes, maybe. They just found her.
She's like, oh my God, Diamond Dallas Page is a bad man?
Oh, shit. I better suck his cock.
Oh my God. But up next, we have, I would say the opposite of a non-wrestling match. Probably probably the best wrestling match we have gotten in all these episodes of Nitro.
This is episode 7. So
this is probably one of the best wrestling matches from Nitro of all time.
Yes, it absolutely is. We're 7 weeks in now, and not only do we finally get a wrestling match that is pure wrestling, it's long. Like, I mean, it's a good length of a match for a 45-minute show. They keep going. There's no interruption.
No, nothing. No Hulk Hogan pulling up in a limo.
No nothing.
No Johnny B. Bad. No Johnny B. Bad. No Jimmy Hart. There's a concept. Yeah. If they wanted to keep Hogan just with the crowd forever, should have got rid of Jimmy Hart and had Johnny B. Bad.
Oh my God, it never would have ended. That was pure America.
No interruptions. No fat ass. No one putting their ass into this. Nothing.
No.
And it's not even just, I would say it's not like Malenko and Eddie where they're having a very good technical match, and there's a lot of aggression here.
But there's technical prowess, but there's a lot of aggression. Chris Benoit's neck is not fused together yet, like it will be in later years, unfortunately. He
got his neck.
Was it fused?
Wait, no, I'm thinking of Sabu. I'm thinking of when Sabu broke his fucking neck. That wild motherfucker.
The reason I bring that up is his movement is more fluid here than any time I saw him when he was in the WWF, WWE.
Yeah.
He is it's beautiful to watch. Just seeing him moving around. Yeah, head scissors, Hurricane Rana's out the wazoo, taking flips left and right.
Eddie with that gigantic, huge flying cross.
Dude, humongous.
He could clear probably 2 or 3 good cars next to each other.
Oh yeah, easy.
It is insane. I feel like some points he is holding back how far he could actually take that.
Well, you kind of have to, because otherwise you'd wind up in the fucking crowd knocking over 65 old ladies.
I think it's Heenan that says, because you couldn't get past without a mention of Hogan, but that's fine. Said Hogan will be here without his mustache or his pride or his dignity.
Which Heenan was so happy to say, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I actually, I won't lie, I didn't catch hardly a lick of the commentary for this whole episode. I had to keep the audio down because we had the kids asleep and everything like that. So you'll have to cover all of the fun, wacky audio that we get from Mongo McMichael today.
Mongo says, if you don't like this, you've got more rocks in your head than a face on Mount Rushmore. I actually like that.
That's actually pretty
good.
That
doesn't pay up for your sins, but you know what? That's one Hail Mary.
That's definitely, it's a dime in the piggy bank.
The dozens and dozens you owe us as people. But they get side suplex out of the fucking ring. It's hard to sit here and just go over every single moment.
Dude, that side suplex out of the ring. I was sitting there thinking about how terrifying that has to be as a spot. Yeah. Like, I don't care how many times you've done it. Like, one fucking misslip and you're done. Like, you're dropped right on your fucking dome.
Eddie's face smacks into the ring post. Everything just looks so great here. There's a fucking Benoit with a hammerlock Northern Lights suplex.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The arch was impeccable too.
Oh,
just beautiful.
And it's awesome because they're putting over Eddie's arm being injured. Everything about this match
the arm movement
was perfect.
Yeah.
Because he stays with it and he stay on the attack with that arm. Eddie with the gigantic fucking tornado DDT from the second rope. Benoit is working Eddie's arm. Big fucking power bomb. I'm sorry, I know we just keep going over the moves of a match from over 20 years ago. But you need to go see this match. Me sitting here telling you about it in a sweaty condo is not going to do this justice.
It's definitely not the same. And when we first started this whole podcast, I wasn't sure how the flow was going to be. Were we going to talk about the moves within the match? Were we going to talk about the story and the dynamics of the match? Here, you can't help but talk about both.
It's great.
Both are fantastic. In an Alex Wright match, you want to talk about some of the high spots. In a Sabu match, you want to talk about the high spots. Hulk Hogan match, you want to talk about the crowd, the energy, the excitement. Here, you just have to talk about everything. The crowd was into watching pure wrestling. I was into watching pure wrestling. The commentary, from what I could tell, was putting both of these competitors over. They were selling themselves. They were selling for each other. It was just pristine. If it's not a 5 out of 5, it is as close as you get.
I wouldn't give it 5 out of 5. I will say it's the best match we've gotten.
Easy.
In Nitro. And it's probably one up there is one of the best WCW matches.
Yeah. It's an instant classic.
They'll have better matches. But it's Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero. You know it's going to be good, except for their one crappy match at one of the one-night stands they had later in WWE.
Sure.
You can't go wrong.
No.
It is Oreos and peanut butter, these two.
Yeah.
Go together. Benoit, a full Nelson belly-to-back suplex is how Benoit please, I can't. You need to view this match just for yourself.
It's fantastic. It's so good.
Oh my God. So Heenan's going off and he's saying, for this match, you don't need a play-by-play man. You need an air traffic controller. Thank you, God. Bobby is so great. Jesus. So Mongo says, if you're not a WCW fan after this, you're dumber than dirt. You're also dumber than dirt if you let these two plus Perry Saturn plus Dean Malenko leave your company and go to your main competition all at once. You might be dumber than fucking dirt.
Definitely dumber than dirt to let Perry Saturn go.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
You're probably dumber than any known element on the fucking earth. It may be in the galaxy.
Oh, easily.
Oh. So, and they also talk about, this is the first talks of the Cruiserweight division coming to WCW, which will give us many, many, many great matches just like this through the span of WCW. Just like Booker T in the later dark years, all through WCW, the Cruiserweight division is something that just takes a lot of WCW and carries it on its back.
Absolutely.
A lot of the times it is just the Cruiserweights and Booker T just hauling this big bag of shit. 10 pounds of sausage in a 5-pound bag sometimes.
Well, it's when you have terrible storylines and just, I wouldn't say garbage wrestling, because you did have some talent on the card, to say the least.
Yeah.
It's WCW. But you had a lot of bad storylines and bad feuds that didn't make a whole lot of sense. So when a lot of your show is being carried by nonsense like that, you know, the NWO causing havoc for 45 minutes out of a 2-hour show, like, yeah, I guess it's cool for a little bit, but, like, you can't do that for, like, basically until the demise of your company. So when you have...
Oh, you can't?
Oh, apparently not. Who would have thought?
You can't?
No. So when you've got things like that happening and you've got your Cruiserweight division...
You're sure about this? You can't.
You've got stars like Booker T. I'm just going to continue ignoring him at this point.
I'm just making sure you can't do that. That's not how you run a company? Sorry, that's not how you book a wrestling show?
I mean, not if you want to sell your company for like $3 million at the end of your fucking career, sure.
I still think it was more than $3 million. I think it's $10 million.
It can't be.
Between 3 and 10 million. But what the fuck is a couple million to Vince McMahon?
Hey Siri, well, how much did WCW sell their business to WWF? How the fuck do you use Siri?
I don't know.
God, oh, she's upset. She says, oh God, she's still going. Fuck, cancel.
But so... between 3 to 10 million. But Mean Gene is here to remind us that for just $1.99 a minute, you can call and find out all the... He's not even really talking about WCW. He's like, you want to hear the dirt about WWF? Because he's talking about Shawn Michaels getting the shit kicked down by a bunch of Marines and stuff like that.
Right.
It is a weird thing to have Mean Gene come out and he's like, yeah, for $1.99, call and talk to one of us about like some shit happening in the other company. It's really weird.
They're really strange.
Throwing a lot of shit.
I love that the network covers up the phone number and it says like number no longer
but
in use. But he says the number.
Yeah, did you try and call it?
No,
I wanted to. I didn't want someone to pick up.
No, quite frankly, I don't want to spend $1.50 a minute to talk to Mike Tenay.
They would charge you.
It's just Mike Tenay's personal phone number. He still answers
this is Mike Tenay. I'm not in right now.
But you're still charged $1.50 for this voicemail.
Christ. So the Giant and the Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan come out, and Sullivan just rambles on. My goodness.
Yeah, that was forever long. Forever fucking long.
I cannot wait for Halloween Havoc to be here. And I just, please, no more Giant Sullivan. I'm so done with it.
I'm done with the Giant, period.
I'm not done with the Giant. Less would really be more with this.
Yeah.
They should have had him attack Hogan and then just kind of not be around or the focal point as much. And I know it's going to be the main event, so you have to have them around to build. But God, quit giving them promo time because it is just not
what they needed to do is just do 6 more monster truck segments. They haven't even shown the monster truck clip package from 3 to 4 weeks ago, even though we have a big monster truck pull-off coming. We've not seen any more monster truck highlight packages since
Really?
then.
Because they just keep playing the same fucking promo package. The monster becomes the man.
Yeah, they keep doing that.
The man.
Have more monster trucks.
Yeah,
put
show
more
me
of
some
them
footage.
Yeah,
show me
give
some
it
footage
to me.
of them making it.
They only showed it once,
or
maybe twice the next week.
The Giant like putting over his strength. I don't know. Fucking anything.
No,
but
don't
Kevin
even
Sullivan
give me that.
talking to me. I don't want Kevin Sullivan talking to me.
No, that's
Stay the
not.
fuck away from me, Kevin Sullivan. I still have a restraining order against you.
I don't know if he received that in the mail or not.
I put it in an envelope.
I mean, then again, I haven't seen him around here,
on
so
the front of it.
Yeah,
I don't have to put the address on the front of an envelope. That's the fucking post office job. They know where these people live.
I don't think that's true.
That's exactly how it works.
4 weeks later, we're talking about sending letters
You're
again.
just doing fucking the work for them. They get paid enough. They can find the address for me and deliver it.
Anyway, did you like how the Giant covered Mean Gene's face like Andre the Giant like 30 years ago? Do you remember when he did that?
I remember.
Yeah. Fuck you.
It was really
Fuck you, WCW. Fuck you. I hated that.
You're so upset right now.
It was stupid. Who the fuck does that?
I'm upset we haven't seen Disco Inferno yet.
Oh, we haven't?
No. But he's
And
here.
here he is.
He is disco dancing. They need to do something with him. I like how he's just coming out, but it would be nice to see another match. Anything.
It's always weird when they do this with superstars where they just bring them out to do something goofy and then get beat up. Like, yeah, he's getting the TV time, but nobody could ever possibly take him seriously as a competitor at this point. So unless he's going to be like a low-grade jobber, you know, they have to really do some serious workarounds with his gimmick to make him believable to go over anybody. Because right now he just shows up on the, you know, on the ramp, dances for 2 to 5 minutes, and then gets his ass beat, and that's it.
I don't know, because you talk about seriousness, but someone doing a Little Richard gimmick is one of the most over motherfuckers right now.
I'm not saying he's not over. I'm just saying he probably shouldn't be winning wrestling matches at this point.
Oh, so up next we have 5-star technical classic Ming versus Jim Duggan.
I forgot all about this.
Oh yeah. Starting off, Ming is putting the boots, laces, and aglets to fucking Hacksaw.
I have this. I don't care for Hacksaw. I
don't care about Jim Duggan.
I don't
He's a
understand.
nice guy, I'm sure, but I do love later in WCW when Scott Hall threw the TV title in the fucking trash and Jim Duggan was the fucking janitor and he found it. That was the shit. That was a cool Jim Duggan thing. But besides that, Bobby Heenan says all people do in Texas is have accidents, and that's just like a weird little like throwing shade on some shit like you know what I mean, just like some sort of weird like statewide thing. I don't even know what he's trying to say here, but it's just funny. Just pick anything like yeah. All people in Illinois do is just lace up their boots real slow. It's so just goofy. Brain's just a genius.
If you say so, man.
He's great. Mongo says, I'm done talking to you about something you know nothing about. So I guess Mongo shouldn't be talking about pro fucking wrestling anymore.
I think that means he's retiring from commentary. This is hopefully the last week we'll see him.
Father God, I come before you a humble man. Please retire Mongo McMichael. He's not going anywhere. I don't know when he stops doing commentary.
I don't know either, honestly.
But he starts doing in-ring stuff and actually wrestling, so it doesn't get, you don't have to, you don't have to hear him, but you do still see him.
Yeah, you get to physically watch him.
Watch him be, do something that's not football.
Now, who do you think was worse in ring, him or Michael Cole?
Mongo McMichael. Michael Cole can put on a fucking clinic compared to Mongo McMichael's fucking role.
I don't know, man.
They should have had a fucking tag team together.
They still can.
Michael McMichaels. That are like a really shitty early 90s like secret agent buddy. I'm getting way too into this.
That's a good idea. It would sell one ticket. Mine.
So
I would buy that.
Ming wins with the Golden Spike. Nothing. They're just putting over Ming before he takes on Luger at Halloween Havoc.
It's a very slow burn. It's nothing.
Hogan, it's not even a slow burn. It just doesn't even, it's a wet fizzle.
Yeah.
It is just Hogan is here for another fucking promo. I'm so done. I just want to get through Halloween Havoc. I'm tired of these Hogan promo. Even though last week was great, this was just not the same great Hulk Hogan promo we saw.
I literally started fast forwarding. This goes on forever. This does not stop.
Ever.
And after a while, it just starts like I said, I had the TV turned down, but I could kind of hear what he was saying. But then it started droning out, and I was staring at his black neck brace and how I thought I wanted one of those as a fashion accessory too.
Jimmy Hart gets best dressed.
Oh, yeah.
All black. Yeah, Jimmy Hart gets best dressed.
I think so.
Next to Captain Love Dog. It's between him and the dog. I'm telling you.
I forgot all about best and worst dressed.
We've done it every episode.
I know. I forgot to do it this one.
It's Jimmy Hart or Captain Love Dog.
Yeah.
Who else are you going to pick, asshole?
I don't know. I think I would give it to DDP.
No, if anything in that match, Johnny B. Bad is best dressed.
I don't know.
He has a headband and a cape and he's throwing fucking frisbees. You're going to argue with me about this? Fuck you.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan gets worse dressed.
He's wearing the same ring attire he's worn since the 1980s.
That's what I'm talking about. Get that shit washed, man.
I don't know. Ming had that badass mask on.
Oh, yeah. That was sick. That was real cool.
Captain Love Dog is still better than Ming's cool outfit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Captain Love Dog would.
I did like Benoit's Captain America star on the back of his ass.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not even from here. He's Canadian.
He's not even from here. I don't know know that's an ode to Captain America versus he just has a star on the back of his.
I mean, maybe it's
I don't think those always mean something. And besides, it's not even on Captain America's ass. It's on his back. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's on his ass.
No, it's not. Hold on. I'm looking this up.
He's
right
wearing
now.
tights. He's not wearing a shirt.
I know I know the attire of Captain fucking America.
Well, obviously Captain America doesn't wear a star on his ass. I'm saying Benoit had the star.
Oh, okay. That's not the way I thought you were
No.
arguing.
Benoit had the star on
It's
his
like,
ass.
look, no. Captain America does not have a, I know he has
No.
it.
He has Juicy on the back of his ass.
Thoughtful. Thoughty by nature.
Yoga pants and superhero attire.
Captain America. Okay.
Oh man,
I'm so done.
I want Captain America in jorts,
God,
John Cena style.
I wish that you were Sting and I was Ric Flair and I could just get ready to betray you so fucking hard and have my two other friends just. God, I don't want to ruin the angle for anybody, but you know,
Sting, you know what's gonna fucking happen.
Ric Flair is there. They're all gonna fuck over Sting. This is all just to fuck over Sting.
The babyface gets fucked over by Ric Flair.
Wow,
what a premise. I don't believe we've ever thought of anything this clever before in our lives.
Let me tell you something. Ric Flair, he's gonna go out there, and these people that trust him, guess what? Cause fuck Swerve. But it's it's entertaining. Like,
yeah,
it's
no.
good. I don't. It's low hanging fruit to sit here and make fun of like a baby face getting fucked over for trusting somebody and wrestling of all things.
Well,
let alone 1995. Let alone 1995 WCW.
You and I always talk about how the simplest things just work.
It
in
works.
Wrestling.
It's just fun to make fun of it.
It's low hanging fruit for a reason, but it works, and we only make fun of it because it's simple. Like that's all.
The fruit is still good.
It's not Daniel Bryan with an imposter of Eric Rowan trying to go after Roman Reigns, but it turns out he's not an imposter. He's like it's not that. You know?
I will take simplicity and normalcy versus something that fucking goofy and convoluted that takes forever just to get to the point.
I completely
this
agree.
is still a good slow burn.
Well, and it's going to be Ric Flair and Sting, so...
Yeah, this Flair and Arn thing has been going back and forth for a bit now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Sting's just getting pulled into it. It's not like, you're getting worn out of it. Sting is really just now. He's been dealing with fucking Lex Luger and Macho Man and all this and just...
It's definitely the...
He's been playing grief counselor and wrestling the fucking shark. Like, he's had other problems. Rick, I can't take care of all your problems. I've got to wrestle a man shark at 9 o'clock. And before that, I got to get my best friend and the guy that's hawking Slim Jims to quit their bullshit.
It's the best episode of Twin Peaks I've ever seen.
Oh my God. So good. This is now a Twin Peaks podcast.
Cut.
So asshole actually cut the fucking thing. We actually cut that and went and watched the entire 3 seasons of Twin Peaks and the movie. See, no, I'm mad because I said this is now a Sopranos podcast.
Oh,
not a wrestling. Stop cutting the fucking. Stop.
This is now a Johnny B. Bad podcast.
This is now a Johnny B. Bad fucking podcast. I found my Halloween costume.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Halloween, oh man. I'm going to be throwing frisbees at little fucking kids wearing eyeliner.
I'm a little upset.
Fuck the police.
I'm a little upset that we are not near Halloween season right now. Like, we still got a month away. We got a month away, but Halloween Havoc is happening. I wish that we just waited a month. That way we'd be in sync with all of the months on fucking...
Well, if you're trying to get into the Halloween season this year, don't forget, on Halloween, we'll be dropping the debut episode of Nuggets.
Yep.
Going over the Chambers of Horror match from, God, what is it? I have it here somewhere in my annals. I think it was
96,
97. What? The Halloween Havoc 1991, asshole.
Oh, I don't know.
1996. Stupid. No.
This is the same year.
1991 Halloween Havoc Chambers of Horror match. We'll be dropping that. The first episode in a, what would you call that? A spinoff?
Yeah, it's a spinoff. It's not a mini series.
Can you call it a spinoff that has the same 2 main characters as the main show? Yeah,
because it has different entrance music.
You got me there. Fuck, yep.
Yeah.
You can catch the first episode of our spinoff podcast, Nuggets, getting you really in the Halloween. Well, I guess by then it'll be the end of the Halloween season.
Yeah.
So we're shooting ourselves in both fucking feet. We got an extra bullet getting ready for our left hand.
Hey, do you guys like November?
Yeah.
Enjoy this Halloween episode for the beginning of November.
It's the last piece of candy in the bucket for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Halloween day, dropping that down. Nuggets, 1991 Halloween Havoc Chambers of Horror match.
It's going to be a good time. I'm
It
looking
is.
forward to recording that.
You know what I'm also looking forward to?
What are you looking forward to?
Ric Flair turning on Sting.
Are you now?
I am.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway.
We need to
So,
stop getting close to the mic.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I have, it is like me talking to a pretty woman or someone who is going to give me a raise. I get right up in there.
Yeah.
So
Hey there.
they're talking
How are
about,
you?
stop it. They talk about how Flair is a loner. And it's like, I know he has a tag team partner, but they're talking about how like he's a loner right now. Sting's not here with him. It's Ric Flair by himself, and he couldn't give a fuck less.
No.
He is chopping everything in sight. Randy Anderson is doing great by jumping back. And when Ric Flair is throwing chops, he's just jumping back in fear. It is so, yeah, Randy Anderson is just so great.
So I don't believe we clarified. This is a Arn Anderson, Brian Pillman versus Ric Flair match. It's currently a handicap match. When during last Saturday, it was actually Sting was, this is what we talked about earlier. Sting was talking about being his tag team partner. He's got to earn his trust. So Rick says he's going to earn his trust, but until then, he's going to go out there and face these two. So it's a handicap match, and Rick comes out like a bat out of hell.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God. He just comes out there. He is rip roaring. He is slapping and chopping everybody down because he knows the second he shows any ounce of weakness, he's going to get pounced on.
And that is what's so great about this entire angle is it does turn into, you know, I don't want to ruin it because we get to it. I don't want to take all the steam out of it. When it does go the way it's going, it's, you know, it's pretty believable.
Yeah.
It's good because you can actually sit here because Ric Flair, I swear to God, he chopped Brian Pillman so hard that it moved his nipple 3 inches.
Dude, it was ridiculous. It was nonstop.
At it.
Yeah, every single instance that he can get to capitalize on another person, it's like he has stamina forever. He just never slows down. He just keeps chopping, and any little bit of offense the opponents get in on him, he finds some dirty way to weasel out of it.
He's chopping like a lumberjack, and then he hits the ropes and struts, throws Pillman out of the fucking ring like yesterday's banana peel on your desk. Ric Flair is a fucking madman, and I love it.
He struts like 6 times, just showing off like, I'm the fucking man.
Yeah.
If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man.
He fucked up the figure 4, though.
And that
Did
was
you see
so
that?
funny.
I was so mad. But it was still cool. It's like, man, he's just excited right now.
He's just he's so hyped. He
beat
just
the ass of the people that have been just coming at him for weeks now.
Yeah. And the crowd didn't seem to give a shit either. Nobody talked about it. They could have, like, we all just moved
it's
on.
not. It's whatever. It's Ric Flair. His sins are forgiven.
Yeah, it was a little funny, though, that he's so amped up for this match and for this redemption arc
And
that he steps the wrong way for his fucking figure 4.
That's fine. I'm cool.
It's so funny to me.
It at least was like natural.
Yeah, and absolutely.
It was an organic mistake like you get down at the old Whole Foods.
That's right.
Oh my God.
The second this match started slowing down, by the way, it ramps right back up. Sting comes out. You see the whole crowd I was waiting for because I knew it was going to happen. You know that Sting's going to come out there. Which way or the other, you know, whether he's going to help Ric Flair or if he's just going to watch, you know he will be making an appearance.
Yep.
So I'm watching for the crowd. As the match was starting to slow down, you had all 3 people on the floor and things are kind of grooving away. I'm looking at the crowd and I see every head start turning towards the ramp.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember there was this one
when you
woman.
see a man wearing spandex pants and full face paint, your head's probably going to turn.
It's a looker.
It doesn't matter who it is.
No. This woman, though, I remember she's close to the front row. She turns and her face lights the fuck up like she's never seen anything before. Arms straight in the air and just screaming. And I was like, man, this is the best. This is the coolest part of wrestling is when somebody can just walk in the room and the whole place explodes.
Oh, but then Sting gets the tag and this crowd goes fucking bananas.
You would think it was Johnny B. Bad all over again.
No, and I actually had this in my notes. I was listening to it and I went back and rewinded it. I think they pop more for Johnny B. Bad just coming out throwing frisbees than Sting getting a hot tag.
I think so, too.
I really do, too. Man.
Johnny B. Bad is outlandishly over, but this match is not about Johnny B. Bad. This is about Sting.
Shut up. Everything is about Johnny B. Bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to hear Mongo McMichael make jokes about politics? Is that what you want over Johnny B. Bad?
I just mute the TV.
No, he started talking about something with Republic, and I don't know what political thing he was talking about. It's something from 1995. Like, I'm not going to go back and actually see what era of like Congress or whatever he's talking. No. I'd rather hang myself than to research a fucking Mongo McMichael joke.
I think Congress should do a SmackDown and Raw draft pick. I think that's how we should start handling politics. That includes the new wild card rule. just to really.
No, the wild card rule is going to be dead with it. We're not talking about current things, goddammit. No, you're not pulling me this in. We're getting too side. Unless it's about The Sopranos or Twin Peaks or Johnny B. Bad, I will not get sidetracked during this podcast again by you. I'm done with it.
Whatever.
Or asking Siri questions. And I definitely will not be talking about our 1991 Halloween Havoc Chambers of Horror spinoff podcast episode called Nuggets that we're going to do that drops Halloween Day in just a few weeks. I'm not going to talk about that again.
Talk about what?
Talk about what?
What?
We're actually doing a spinoff podcast called Nuggets, and we're dropping our first episode Halloween Day, and it will cover the WCW Halloween Havoc 1991 Chambers of Horror Tag Team match.
Fantastic.
So I'm not talking about that again.
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the hot tag.
A hot tag
that Sting got.
They need wrestling candy. Hot tags.
Yeah, sure, why not?
You're so dumb and fat. Stop talking.
I can't even fucking talk properly right now, and I can't just like it's in one ear and out the other.
I can't even talk, and you're over here thinking about chewy, delicious cinnamon candy named after wrestling things
that I couldn't give a shit about.
Fuck you and your banana flavored Laffy Taffy. Get out of my sweaty apartment.
If it's not salt water, I don't fucking want it.
Oh my god.
I do love saltwater taffy.
So,
what are we talking about?
We're such old men. It's like, well, you know what? When you mess up the figure four and you're that excited, that's okay, because you're about as excited as me when I pull out a big old piece of that coconut flavored saltwater taffy and my mouth and just starts dribbling and shaking. So, long story short, it's just a brawl. The ref counts everybody out.
Yeah, they get thrown. Excuse me, Pillman and Anderson get tossed out of the ring. The ref counts them out. I couldn't tell if they purposefully stood outside to get counted out or if it was a legitimate count out. It was a little hard to tell, but they were walking away from the arena pretty defeated. They didn't even try to get back in for the redemption. They just stepped away, said, fuck it, we lost. And then Sting and Ric Flair just ate up the crowd as they
no. Is that big ball bastard Mean Gene's coming out to get the 411. Wow, that is a dated thing to say. We're so...
Stop.
He did a phone.
You press 0 to call the operator. You can talk to anybody you want.
1-800-COL-ECT. I'm so sorry. This will be our last episode.
Oh, that's it after this.
We're due back at the retirement home for breakfast after this.
They're wheeling me away shortly.
So it's going to be Flair and Sting versus Arn and Le Flying Brian at Halloween Havoc. And Sting will be watching Flair.
Yes.
But he won't be watching close enough. You dumbass. He says he trusts him because Sting is a moron. You face-painted jackass.
I don't understand how anybody could trust Flair. He's been wrestling for, 20 years at this point in time? Like,
probably more.
He's
been wrestling since the 1800s, Frontiers. Heenan gets one last little quip in. He says a slap in the back is only 12 inches from a kick in the butt. My man.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like
we talk
that.
about how he's phoned it in sometimes here. Who can blame him? But he just, when he's on it, he's on it. Like,
yeah.
When he was going off about Hogan, oh yeah, it's great. So Heenan asked Mongo if he wants to go outside, and I'm like, finally, the match I've been wanting to see, the fucking blood feud.
That should be Clash of Champions.
It really should.
It's a TV title versus the World Heavyweight title.
Mongo McMichael versus Bobby Heenan in a 10-second Iron Man match. With Pepe the dog dressed over the fuck you want Mongo's corner.
No, that's the guest ref.
So they talk about what we're getting next week. Benoit and Malenko versus the Harlem Heat. Do I even have to ask you if you're watching next week?
I will not be watching.
You will not be watching.
No,
oh, okay.
I could not watch that. No. What the fuck am I talking about? Absolutely, I'll be watching that match. Now, of course, I'm always hesitant because, yes, this week we didn't have any Hulk Hogan interruptions. We did get a 9-minute Hulk Hogan segment, or however long it was. It was very, very long. But there were no interruptions, which is I'll take 9 minutes of straight Hulk Hogan versus him interrupting an actual fucking match. So as long as we don't get any interruptions during that match, absolutely I will be watching, and I cannot wait to see that.
You know it's coming.
I don't know.
It's just
I don't know.
Looming in the background.
Here's the thing. If it was Johnny B. Bad interrupting, I don't think I would even be nearly as mad. Or Disco Inferno. Like, pick somebody that I like.
Well, here's the thing. This isn't the go-home show to Halloween Havoc. Next week will be the Go Home show.
How is that
I
possible?
know, it is
We've been talking about
so
Halloween Havoc since
long. I'm so done.
God
and we'll also
bless.
be talking about Halloween Havoc on Halloween Day in just a few weeks. We'll be debuting our new spin-off podcast called Nuggets. We'll be talking about the 1991 Halloween Havoc Chambers of Horror match. So tune in on Halloween Day to catch that.
If he mentions that one more time, I'm turning this into a
do?
Twin Peaks podcast immediately.
That's fine, because if you go to Twin Peaks, the mill gets burned down. If you're going to rebuild the mill that burns down in Twin Peaks, you want to go to Home Depot for all your home sale. I'm sorry, I had to get it in.
God.
I was going off like a madman last episode about Home Depot.
I'd rather go to Juggalo's.
Watch me just swerve and just actually get a sponsorship by Home Depot. I'm decked out in orange. I'm just like, oh, thank you, Home Depot, for nothing, you jackasses. Just tear off my shirt, wearing the Lowe's blue, putting on the apron.
That'd be sick. Hey, if anybody wants to sponsor us, make sure it's definitely a home improvement store.
Yeah, we don't take sponsorships from anything else.
No.
That's a lie. I will take money from anybody to work less to do this more.
Please send your money to our invisible Patreon that we keep forgetting to set up.
Yeah.
We really just need to get to that.
Basically. I have, you can just add me on Facebook and send me money through Messenger.
Yeah, you definitely can do that.
All those funds will not go to Impossible Whoppers and Ale8s. They will not. They'll go to this show.
Guaranteed.
I'll definitely give you your share, buddy.
Yeah. Peace, how much have we made today?
Nothing.
Oh, man.
It's like, wow, because
that's 6 months in a row.
Yeah. People say they keep sending money, be like, the taxes and the Democrat,
those bastards.
Taking all my money.
Fucking White House.
I thought for some reason you're going to say White Castle. White Castle's taking all my money.
Actually, though, that's accurate. I love White Castle.
My goodness, I love White
Do they
Castle.
have vegan White Castle yet?
Yeah, they've got certain places that I think that's also the Impossible slider, or someone does their
Are you
slider.
for real?
Yeah.
We need to just go to White Castle.
There's many places. I don't know if they have it at the one that's near the sweaty condo that contains two assholes.
I also don't think they're open this early.
White Castle? White Castle should only be open during the night. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to go there when that is the dirty. Whenever pornography stores start opening up, that is what White Castle should base their hours on.
That's what they are, though, is pornography.
For your mouth.
Yeah,
Jesus
absolutely.
Christ.
Especially when they have the big red soda.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
It's so good. You prefer Big Red or Big Blue?
Big red.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing.
I know, but it's a color deal.
It does taste different where it's like, all right, guys, what if we make the same soda? But tell us. We changed the color. Holy shit!
And there's one guy's like, this tastes different.
Give this man a raise and 10 blowjobs. And on that note, from the White Castles and the Home Depot sponsorships.
Yeah, I think we're going to call it here.
We're going to cut this.
I'm going to start playing the music right now. Thank you once again, everybody, for listening.
Bottom of our hearts.
Bottom of our hearts. We love you.
Choked with White Castle.
We appreciate you. We will see you next week. Have an enjoyable Monday morning. Bye-bye.